Hello everyone and welcome to today's video at Southern Motor Company. I'm Chad Dobier and I'm one of the sales representatives here at the store. Now, here's the thing everybody. I'm gonna be showing you a very unique vehicle. You may look at it right now and say, well, what is unique about this car? Well, let me tell you, it's gonna be well worth you staying along with us for a few moments as we check it out and take it out for a test drive. So stay with me. So what you're gazing at right now with your mobile device or desktop computer is a 2008 Saturn Aura. Back in 2008, this was a great choice as a pick if you didn't want to buy an import sedan. That's right, if you wanted to stay with a domestic sedan that you could get the family of four in and zip around town in and do a little traveling, heading off to work, again, the Saturn Aura was a great choice. It's comparable to sizes of Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, things like that. That's what this car competed with. But again, it's an American car. It's a Saturn. All right, so the Saturn Aura, well, it's definitely not an Audi R8. Everybody, we're going to get back to our review. The Audi R8 pulled in and kind of slowed us down for just a moment, but that's okay. That was definitely a special car, and that one is from the guys over at European Road Racing, Carl Troy. That's his personal daily driver. What a unique one. But again, what is unique about the car right here in front of us? Well, I'm going to walk around it real quickly here, and then I will get in the inside and tell you what is so unique about the Saturn Aura right here in front of us. Now, back in 2008, they did offer 3 different engines that you could get in these vehicles. This one happens to have the 3.5 liter V6 inside of this one. This one is the Aura XE model, but they did offer a 4-cylinder version with a 2.4, and from what I was reading, a larger V6 at a 3.7, I believe, which seems to be a bit incredible because that's a pretty large engine to put in a mid-size sedan. But maybe they had some type of sports car version of this, right? But again, I think you're gonna see as we drive the car down the road here in just a minute, the 3.5 is probably the perfect choice size motor to have in here. It's got all the power and the get up that you're gonna need to get the family down the road and definitely get you up and out of harm's way if some kind of situation is going on where you need to mash that gas pedal down and roll out. And if you're someone that's really looking for something that's really good on fuel, then yeah, you may have picked the 2.4 liter motor. But this still does pretty well, and it's getting around 30 miles per gallon on gas. But the exterior body on the car is in great shape. I'm liking the color, kind of an earth tone. It's got the black pinstripe going down, tinted windows. Tires are in good shape, alloy wheels, all that kind of stuff. All right, guys, let's hop in and let me tell you what's unique about this one. All right, moving right along, folks. Now, what options did you get back in 08 on this car, right? Power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. This one actually has a few more options on it. It's got the leather interior, power seat, heated seats, wood trim, all that. Let's take a quick look in the trunk and see what kind of trunk space we got in this car, because that's always important. And I think it's probably pretty sufficient for most people that are going to the grocery store, you know, shopping, things like that. Actually, that's a really good sized trunk in the back of this one. Wow. And look, I want you to also pay attention to how clean this car is. I mean, the trunk, the mat in the back is usually a spot that gets dirty, gets stained. This one, not the case at all. I mean, such a clean vehicle to be a 2008. Right now, we're in the end of April 2021. So that's quite some time there since this car was sold at a car dealership brand new. back in probably '07, because cars usually come out about a year in advance on the car lots. Look at the back. I mean, super clean in the rear. I mean, the back seats hardly look like they ever were even sat in. I mean, seriously, y'all, look how clean this car is. You got cup holders right here. The carpets look great. I mean, all around. Look at this. I mean, the little netting, not even, I mean, just perfect. I mean, wow, what an incredibly clean car. Man, what a clean car to be basically around 13, 14 years old right now. So, you see how clean the car is, right? Well, wait until you take a look at this right here, guys and girls. The mileage on her. 30,631. 30,000 miles. Almost 31,000 miles. No lights on. I mean, a little bit over half a tank of gas, but again, that blows me away. When the car first came here to our store a little over a month or so ago, I was blown away by the mileage on it. I was also blown away by, okay, why are we buying a Saturn Aura, right? I mean, it's a car that's not made anymore. Saturn went out of business right around this time frame. 2008, right around there, was kind of the phasing out of the brand. If you remember back in 2008, we had a recession. Then, you know, some of the automotive companies were getting bought out, right? They were getting, or not even, maybe not bought out, but the government, you know, put a bunch of money out there and said, look, if you take this money, we're taking the business, right? And Saturn, I don't know if they were necessarily one of the companies back then that had that happen to, but yeah, Saturn was one of those companies that phased out of General Motors, you know, car brand. There was other companies as well, if you can remember some of them, right? Pontiac, they're gone. Oldsmobile, gone. Buick actually is still around. Cadillac is still around. And of course, you'll never get rid of the gold bow tie Chevrolet. All right, guys, let me put my seatbelt on and take her for a drive. All right, we're gonna drive the car down the road. Now, in between me putting my seatbelt on and hitting record once again, yeah, things kind of started coming back to me, right? I did a little research, and yes, of course, General Motors did take the bailout money back in like 2008. Now, what I just got done reading online was this. General Motors paid back $23.1 billion. They paid that back to the government, but they actually had borrowed around $49 billion. Wow, not 49 million, 49 billion. Hold on a minute. I got to take a double check real quick. Okay, yeah, it was 49.5 billion. They paid back almost about half of that, somewhere right around that, maybe even a little bit less than half. Again, I think it was 23.1 billion. Either way, that's a lot of money. I even do believe Elon Musk paid back money to the government as well back in that time frame. The bailout was going on, but Elon Musk supposedly, I believe what I read, paid back even more money to the government than he borrowed. He paid them extra. He gave them extra. That's incredible. Now, I don't think Elon Musk took as much money as General Motors did. But anyways, so when all that was going on back then, yeah, Saturn, Pontiac, those were just some of the companies that that went out of business back in that time frame. So anyways, moving right along here, right? Let's keep checking them out and see what we got going on. So this car, the 3.5, let's see how it feels. 30,000 miles on her too. Holy macaronis. Let's give it some gas. Feels pretty good. Not bad. No complaints there with that. I mean, I hit the gas down, it goes. Brakes feel good. I mean, hey, in reality, guys and girls, I mean, this car is actually a really nice, clean vehicle. I mean, it's in great shape. And in just a moment here, we'll get out and take one more peek at the car, and I'll give you the price on it as well. So it's a pretty comfortable vehicle just sitting in the driver's seat. Plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. I mean, it's got all the comfort that you would need in a regular sedan just driving down the road. You know, it doesn't have like all the technology that maybe a lot of the cars have nowadays. But again, if you're looking for an inexpensive car, low mileage, it's going to last you for a while. Maybe you're getting something for your son or daughter or whatever. This could be a good option for you. It does have an auxiliary there, a CD player if you got CDs. Most importantly, super cold AC, which is nice. Cup holders there, you know, automatic transmission, because we know a lot of the millennials out there still can't drive manual transmissions. It's just some of the few. I think I'm going to do the best I can to teach my kids how to drive a stick shift when that time comes. But you know, the other thing too, you got to think about, like, why don't more millennials know how to drive stick shifts? Well, I'll tell you, probably the main reason, right? A lot of the boomers out there, like myself here, don't have a manual transmission car at the house. So it's like, how do you teach your kids to drive stick if you don't have a manual in the driveway at the house? If you got a stick shift car at the house, then that's a little different story, right? You can get out there with your son or daughter and teach them to drive stick. But, you know, it's not like you're going to go out and rent a manual transmission car to teach someone how to drive stick, because, well, there's the other thing. I mean, there's just not going to be a whole lot of cars you can even go rent that are manual, if you think about it. But that's a whole nother video for another time, teaching how to drive a stick or all those reasons. That might be actually a good video to do or talk about those things. But anyways, overall, this video is about this car right here, and I'm just blown away by the condition of it. It truly is a clean, good running car. Stay with me. I'm going to tell you the price when we get out the car in just a moment. All right, so the Saturn Aura. This one right here with the V6 and everything you might want on a mid-sized sedan is priced out today here at Southern Motor Company for $9,900, $9,900. You may ask yourself, can you get financing on it? Of course you can. Even though it's a little bit older vehicle, it's still a good quality car, and it's got extremely low mileage. So this would be one of those cars where you could put like $1,000 to $1,500 down, finance the difference, and have a super low car payment. Now, another thing a lot of people ask is, you know, do they still make parts for vehicles that have been discontinued? Absolutely, okay? They still make parts for discontinued cars from up to 25 years after the car is discontinued. So again, parts are available on this for 25 years after it's discontinued. So this car right now is 13 years old. So if you can't go another 10 years with it or so, you know, I don't know what the deal is, but you got plenty of time to still get parts. The other thing too, General Motors, they make tons of parts for these cars. A lot of the stuff on a lot of the Saturn cars is interchangeable with Chevrolets and Buicks and things like that. So it's not to say you can't get an alternator or get, you know, an AC compressor or get parts for the car if need be. Most likely you can, even 25 years after the car's been done. But anyways, now body parts and things like that may be a little different, right, if you get in an accident. But because there's probably not as many of these out here as you would think still cruising around the road. I mean, they are out there, but again, not as much. You know, 13-year-old car, a lot of them have been in accidents. Then you got to put in the factor, you know, how many of these vehicles were actually produced in the era there when the Saturn Aura was around. So anyways, it's still a great car. It's a good looking car, great price. At the end of the day though, what do you think about it? Is this something you would purchase for yourself? We got it out here for sale at Southern Motor Company. The price is good, and again, you just can't beat that super low mileage. Let me know what you think. If you were kind of cruising around the car lot today looking for a quality pre-owned car, would the Saturn Aura be one that you would consider looking at, right? There's definitely a lot of cars to pick from and a lot of different choices. But to me, the bread and butter of this one is that low mileage, good price, and what a clean car to be a 2008. And we're right now in April 2021. All right, guys, God bless you. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. As always, visit us online at southernmotorscosc.com. You can give me a call at 843-277-2983, and we're here to help you in buying any pre-owned car that we got available. I'm Chad. Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. We'll see you on the next video clip.